I've played the likes of Halo and that back in the day, and wow, that was a hateful place to be if you got things
Really?
wrong. Oh yeah, and you're getting a load of bad language and stick from that. But I think you've got to stay positive and keep away from the people that kind of give
So,
that kind of mentality.
like, is that your personal way of kind of dealing with it? Because it's not something you can just dodge. It will happen.
It does happen, but also, you know what? I think you've got to recognize your own tolerance. What you'll probably find, or what I've noticed, is that say you've played for 2 or 3 hours on an evening. If you've taken a bit of stick for too long, you're probably going to become like the people who have been giving you that kind of. So I think it's also knowing when to say, you know what, maybe I've peaked and I've heard too much. Maybe I'm not playing too good, and I'm going to walk away and maybe go back to that Mario thing or whatever for a little while, rather than push too hard, because I think you can also lose perspective of enjoying and having fun, and like, well, you didn't do this, and all the rest of it, and it can get hot.
I'm kind of curious that have you worked on games where there's like a lot of multiplayer and kind of social gaming involved?
Not to the level like League of Legends and that, but certainly in first-person shooters, those type of things, and online events in casual games on mobile. Yeah.
And have you experienced within those kind of interactions that there has been some form of toxicity?
Yeah, I mean, thankfully as developers, unless you're actually playing with the public, a lot of the time you're testing with people who want to play the game or happy to be there, or in beta tests of a local family. So you get a different type of personality. It's only when it really goes live and you're getting people who are just playing that you'll get this toxicity, and it can be a huge problem. And especially it depends on what type of game you're playing. Now imagine toxicity in casual games for kids compared to League of Legends, where you might have a slightly older audience as well. So it's you've got to really be mindful of it, and it's so difficult to control.
I was just about to say, because I mean, from the perspective of game developer, I mean, you can already hear that it's something that they do take into consideration. It's something they think about and work a lot and use a lot of resources to try to prevent and figure out how to fix, right? But these huge communities, a lot of people are actually avoiding certain games because of toxicity, and some people kind of are forced to just stop playing playing at all because they're experiencing so much. I mean, what is there to do about that?
Well, the people are getting banned as well. That a lot of companies are monitoring what's getting said, what's getting done, and trying their best to get rid of these people, either permanently or give them timeouts, like little kids on this. Oh
my gosh! No, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That's happened to me before in League of Legends. I've never been banned.
Yeah, but put on the naughty step for a little while, and it's. You've just got to hope that you've got to, companies have to have a responsibility to monitor what's going on and try and do the best thing for their players, because the majority of people are good and want to have a nice time and enjoy the competition. That's what it's really about. And there's this minority. Unfortunately, the minority are the ones that can be the most toxic and harmful, and they only have to have a few interactions to really burn many people who enjoy playing their games. So, we've got to find ways to make sure that people feel safe and happy to go play a game. Because think about it, as developers, when we make a game, we want people to enjoy the game as much as possible, enjoy it and feel like, it's the first thing you want. Is like, you want to feel like, if we make this game, so-and-so can't wait to come and play it when they've finished work, because it's the first thing on their mind they want to do. That's what makes them happy. That's what to me games are about.
Completely right. Yeah.
And the reason why I say this is not because I'm a professional games developer. That's how I also feel about games. It's like, I've got free time. I can either have a beer, a bite to eat, watch a movie, or should I go play a game? And then it's, what game am I going to play? And sometimes if I'm honest, I'll go try to choose between 5 or 10 games before I know it's time to go to bed, and I haven't played any.
Oh my gosh.